Long ago, in a small village, a father lived with his young son. The boy was hard-working, but he had one weakness. He always underestimated himself. Whenever he faced a difficult challenge, he assumed it was beyond his abilities. His father noticed this behavior for a long time. He knew the boy was capable. The problem was not his strength. The problem was his mindset. One beautiful morning, the father took his son deep into the forest. Golden sunlight filtered through the trees. Birds sang from every direction. The air was cool and peaceful. The boy felt excited. He thought his father was going to teach him a new archery technique. After walking for some time, they reached an open clearing. In the distance stood a tall neem tree. The father handed the boy a bow and arrow. "Your target is that tree." The boy looked at it. It seemed very far away. He took a deep breath, pulled the bowstring back with all his strength, and released the arrow. The arrow flew through the air. For a moment it looked perfect, but before reaching the tree, it dropped to the ground. The boy felt disappointed. The father remained silent. Then he changed the target. This time he pointed toward a mango tree that stood closer. "Try again." The boy smiled. This target seemed easier. He pulled the bow and released the arrow, but once again it fell short. The boy became confused. The target was closer. Why didn't the arrow reach it? The father moved the target again. Now it was a coconut tree standing even nearer. The boy felt confident. "This time I will definitely hit it." He released the arrow. To his surprise, it traveled an even shorter distance. Now frustration filled his heart. He threw the bow down. "I can't do this." The father picked up the bow calmly. Then he pointed toward the giant banyan tree standing far beyond all the others. It was the farthest target yet. The boy stared in disbelief. "If I can't reach the closer trees, how can I possibly reach that one?" The father smiled. "Just give it everything you've got." The boy took another deep breath. This time he focused completely. No fear, no excuses, no doubts. Only the target. He pulled the bowstring farther back than ever before, using every bit of strength he had. Then he released the arrow. The arrow shot forward with incredible force. It flew farther than any previous attempt, farther than the neem tree, farther than the mango tree, farther than he ever imagined possible. The boy stood frozen. He couldn't believe what he had just seen. The father walked over and pointed at the arrows lying on the ground. When the target was far away, you used your full strength. When the target became easier, you stopped pushing yourself. And when the target became small, your effort became small too. The boy finally understood. The lesson was never about archery. It was about life. As they walked home through the forest, the boy looked back at the giant banyan tree. It was no longer just a tree. It had become a symbol, a reminder that sometimes the biggest goals bring out the greatest strength hidden inside us. And from that day forward, he never feared big dreams again. Shine.